You won't believe what's happening with Marsau and Tisha Scott after years of presenting a strong front on love and marriage. Huntsville. Shocking details have emerged about their marriage that are leaving fans speechless. Are they really as solid as they claim to be? Or is there trouble brewing behind closed doors? With rumors of infidelity, tension, and emotional distance, their relationship is under a microscope like never before. Is this the beginning of the end for Marsau and Tisha? Stick around, because we're about to break it all down, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. For years, Marsau and Tisha Scott have been fan favorites on Love and Marriage. Huntsville, portraying themselves as a power couple who have it all: success, family, and a seemingly unshakable bond. But as the cameras rolled, cracks in their marriage began to surface. Now, new revelations are shaking their perfect image to the core. Is Marsau really the devoted husband he claims to be? Are the rumors of his alleged infidelities more than just whispers? And why does Tisha seem to be dropping subtle hints about their struggles? In today's deep dive, we're peeling back the layers of their relationship, exposing the tension, and uncovering the shocking details that may change everything we thought we knew about them. Trust me, what we found will leave you questioning everything. Before we dive into the juicy details, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest updates. Now let's get into it, because this story is about to take some unexpected turns. On the surface, Marsau and Tisha Scott appear to be the perfect couple, a power duo balancing business, family, and reality TV fame. But if love and marriage, Huntsville has taught us anything, it's that what happens behind closed doors is often far more complicated than what we see on camera. Let's rewind to the early seasons of L.A.M.H. From the very beginning, Marsau presented himself as the strong, dominant, and often traditional husband, while Tisha played the role of the devoted, supportive wife. Fans either admired or criticized their dynamic, especially Marsau's old-school views on gender roles. He believed that a husband should be the provider while the wife should focus on the home and family. While Tisha initially went along with this, cracks in their dynamic started to show over time. Tisha's growing independence became more evident as the show progressed. She pursued her business ventures, expanded her career, and became more outspoken, something Marsau didn't always seem comfortable with. He often downplayed her ambitions, sometimes even making sarcastic comments that rubbed fans the wrong way. Remember that infamous moment when Tisha expressed her desire to work and Marsau laughed it off? That wasn't a one-time incident. Many L.A.M.H. viewers noticed a pattern: Marsau dismissing Tisha's concerns, belittling her aspirations, and sometimes even dodging serious conversations about their marriage. Here's where things get even more interesting. As Tisha grew more independent, the dynamic between them started to shift. That's when the rumors about Marsau's alleged infidelities began gaining traction. Was Marsau trying to keep Tisha in a box to maintain control, or was he simply following his traditional beliefs? Whatever the case, the tension in their marriage became undeniable. Speaking of rumors, this is where things get messy. While Tisha was busy evolving, whispers of Marsau's alleged affairs started circulating. His alleged infidelities became a major topic of discussion among fans, who began to question whether Marsau was truly the devoted husband he appeared to be on camera. The cracks in their relationship continued to grow, and with each passing season, more is revealed. Tisha's subtle hints, combined with the swirling rumors, suggest that there's much more to their marriage than what we've seen. Is their once solid bond falling apart? Could the tension and emotional distance between them spell the beginning of the end for Marsau and Tisha? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain: their marriage is now under a much harsher spotlight than ever before. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this unfolding story. Extracurricular activities began surfacing, and let's just say these weren't your average reality TV rumors. If you've been keeping up with Love and Marriage, Huntsville, you know that cheating rumors have followed Marsau Scott for years. Despite his constant denials, the whispers just won't go away. Let's take a trip down memory lane. The first major wave of infidelity rumors hit when Martel Holt, Marsau's former close friend and castmate, dropped a bombshell. While the two men were going back and forth over Martel's own cheating scandal, Martel casually claimed that Marsau had been with multiple women. Yes, multiple women. Now, Martel is no angel, and some fans believe he was just lashing out in anger. But let's be real. When a man who himself got exposed for cheating starts pointing fingers, people are going to listen. And this wasn't just some vague accusation. Martel even hinted that there was proof out there, though conveniently, nothing concrete ever surfaced. But what really made fans side-eye Marsau was his reaction. Was he guilty or just unbothered? Instead of aggressively denying the claims or demanding proof, Marsau laughed it off. He brushed it aside as if it were nothing more than a joke. While some saw that as confidence, others saw it as a red flag.
Why?
Because history has shown that when someone laughs off accusations instead of addressing them head-on, there's often some truth behind them, and the cheating rumors didn't stop with Martel's claims. In fact, they only grew louder over time. There were whispers about a woman in Atlanta, a mystery woman from a hotel, and even DM screenshots that allegedly linked Marsau to another woman. But here's where things took an even wilder turn: the infamous picture of Marsau in Atlanta. At one point, a photo surfaced of Marsau in Atlanta, standing right in front of a well-known hotel. On its own, a man being at a hotel means nothing, right? But the context behind this picture made things messy. The timing was suspicious. It was during a period when Martel was actively throwing accusations, and Marsau refused to explain what he was doing there. Instead of clarifying, he acted as though it was ridiculous to even question him. Fans connected the dots to previous rumors, and this was around the same time people were whispering about Marsau allegedly having a side chick in Atlanta. So, was Marsau just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or was this picture proof that he was up to no good? Tisha, of course, stood by her man, at least publicly. Every time the rumors resurfaced, she shut them down, claiming there was zero proof. But behind closed doors, things might have been different. And that leads us to the most important question. Did Tisha ever suspect Marsau of cheating, and did she confront him about it? For years, rumors about Marsau Scott's alleged infidelities have swirled, but whether Tisha has ever truly confronted him or just kept quiet is still a mystery. Could there be more to this story than we're seeing on TV? Only time will tell. Infidelity rumors have been swirling around Marsau Scott for years, creating an ongoing storm of speculation that just won't die down. It all started subtly. Fans began to notice Marsau's reluctance to discuss his whereabouts, his evasive answers when questioned about his faithfulness, and his often dismissive attitude toward Tisha's concerns. But things took a dramatic turn when cast members and even close associates started dropping hints about possible affairs. Let's take it back to one of the most explosive moments on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Do you remember when Martel Holt, who had his own fair share of cheating scandals, boldly claimed that Marsau had stepped out on his wife? Now, if there's one thing we know about Martel, it's that he doesn't hold back, especially when it comes to exposing others. In a heated exchange, Martel outright accused Marsau of engaging in extramarital affairs, and the room went silent. Was Martel just deflecting because of his own issues, or did he really know something that the public didn't? Here's the twist. Marsau never directly denied the allegations. Instead, he laughed them off, made jokes, and avoided giving a straightforward answer. For many viewers, that response was a red flag. Let's be real. When someone is falsely accused, they usually deny it immediately, right? But Marsau's nonchalant attitude only fueled more suspicion. Then came the infamous 20 women comment. During one argument, Marsau made a shocking remark that had everyone talking. He sarcastically said something along the lines of, "If I had 20 women, you wouldn't even know." Wait, what? That one line set social media on fire. Fans immediately took to Twitter, questioning why a married man would say something so reckless if he had nothing to hide. Some believed Marsau was just being sarcastic, while others were convinced he had just exposed himself in the worst way possible. Did Marsau accidentally confess to stepping out on his marriage, or was he just playing mind games? Tisha, on the other hand, seemed torn. While she initially stood by her husband, you could see the doubt creeping in. Let's be honest, when the world is telling you that your husband is cheating, and even your friends start dropping hints, It has to make you wonder. But here's where it gets even wilder. While Marsau was laughing off the rumors, receipts started to surface. And these weren't just random, baseless accusations. We're talking about real people coming forward, alleged side chicks making claims, and some very suspicious activity on Marsau's part. By now, the rumor mill surrounding Marsau's alleged affairs had reached a fever pitch. It wasn't just about accusations anymore. There was actual evidence surfacing. The plot thickened in ways no one could have predicted. Fans and critics alike were piecing together clues that pointed to something more than just casual rumors. One of the most eyebrow-raising pieces of evidence in the Marsau-Scott cheating scandal came from a leaked hotel room incident that hit the internet like wildfire. A social media user posted an image from a surveillance camera outside a hotel, and to everyone's shock, it appeared to show Marsau entering a room with a woman who wasn't Tisha. The image wasn't crystal clear, but the timing and location left little room for doubt. The hotel was a known spot where local celebrities and influencers often stayed during visits to Huntsville, and rumors about Marsau frequenting the hotel had been swirling for months. Now, let's be clear. This image wasn't enough to definitively confirm infidelity, but it certainly didn't help Marsau's case. The internet exploded with speculation. Was this woman just a friend? Or was there more to the story? Could this be the smoking gun that everyone had been waiting for? Fans were divided, but many started to believe that the image was indeed evidence of a cheating scandal. Could this be the proof fans had been waiting for? Or was it just a coincidence? Marsau never addressed the hotel incident publicly, but as expected, Tisha was left in the difficult position of having to deal with the fallout. She spoke out on social media, urging fans to respect her privacy, but her strained relationship with Marsau was becoming painfully obvious. You could feel the tension between them, even in the way they communicated. But the hotel incident wasn't the only thing that raised suspicions. What happened next was even more jaw-dropping. The secret phone records at INA move that no one saw coming. A source close to the couple revealed that there had been multiple calls between Marsau and an unidentified number, calls that took place at odd hours of the night, long after Tisha had gone to bed. The phone records showed not only frequent conversations, but also a pattern of late-night texts. While the name of the person Marsau was texting was redacted for privacy, fans were quick to speculate about the identity of this mysterious person. Here's the kicker. These weren't just random texts. One of the messages read, "Can't wait to see you again soon. I miss you." There were a number of similar messages in the days leading up to the hotel incident. Was this the smoking gun that revealed Marsau's affair, or was it simply a miscommunication? Tisha, still trying to hold on to her family's image, stayed silent for the most part. But her social media posts began to take a more defensive tone. She posted cryptic messages like, "You can't believe everything you hear," and "Some people love to tear others down." Fans saw through the bravado and could sense that Tisha was struggling, and then, out of nowhere, another bombshell dropped. A woman claiming to have had an affair with Marsau came forward. She detailed their relationship, claiming that she and Marsau had been seeing each other for months, meeting in secret, and even spending time together on multiple occasions. This woman wasn't just someone looking for attention. She had pictures. Pictures that matched the exact timeline of Marsau's mysterious hotel stay. She even had messages that seemed to corroborate everything that had been said. Her story seemed all too believable, and for the first time, it felt like Marsau was in real trouble. As the allegations piled up, the tension surrounding Marsau and Tisha's marriage became unbearable. With each new revelation, fans and critics alike questioned how much longer their seemingly perfect image could hold up. Could this be the end of their marriage, or would they manage to weather the storm? Only time would tell. The tension surrounding Marsau and Tisha's marriage reached its breaking point. The scandal, once confined to whispers in celebrity circles, exploded into a full-fledged media frenzy. With each new accusation, Marsau remained oddly quiet, sparking even more rumors about his involvement in the affair. His silence spoke volumes. For days, Marsau's social media remained completely silent. No posts, no public statements, no word from him. In the age of instant communication and celebrity-driven narratives, this was a stark contrast to the typical responses we often see in situations like this. Most public figures would try to clear their name or deny the accusations as quickly as possible, but not Marsau. His silence only fueled more speculation. Fans and critics alike were left asking, why didn't Marsau respond? Was he trying to protect his family from further embarrassment, or was there a deeper reason for his radio silence? Tisha, on the other hand, continued to post cryptic messages on her own social media accounts. One particularly telling post read, "Not everything you hear is true, but some things are more than just rumors. Don't believe everything you see on social media, but pay attention to the silence that speaks louder than words." Fans began to wonder if this was her way of indirectly calling out her husband for not addressing the rumors. Then, Marsau finally broke his silence, but not in the way anyone expected. In a highly publicized interview, Marsau addressed the growing rumors. The setting was tense. This wasn't a casual podcast or TV show appearance. No, this was an exclusive interview with a major media outlet that specialized in celebrity gossip and scandal. It was clear Marsau was trying to control the narrative. He vehemently denied all allegations of infidelity, calling them complete fabrications and nothing more than baseless rumors. He went on to say that the hotel incident was a misunderstanding and that he had been in the wrong place at the wrong time. As for the woman who came forward claiming to have had an affair with him, Marsau dismissed her as an attention-seeking individual who was just trying to ruin his reputation. But here's the thing, his response wasn't as convincing as he thought it was. There was something off in the way he denied everything. His body language spoke volumes, and his defensive tone only made fans question whether he was hiding something. You could see it in the way he paused before answering certain questions, as if he was trying to come up with the right answer to maintain his innocence. In fact, some fans felt that the entire interview felt more like a performance than a genuine attempt to clear his name. Marsau's attempt to clear his name didn't go as planned. He didn't seem upset or distraught. Rather, he appeared irritated and frustrated that he was being forced to defend himself. Was Marsau's response an act of deflection, or did he genuinely have nothing to hide? While he may have thought that his public denial would end the controversy, it only served to create more doubts. The public wasn't buying it, and many felt that his refusal to engage in any real conversation about the affair only made him look more guilty. But the real kicker came when Tisha finally broke her silence, not on social media, but in an explosive interview that left fans on the edge of their seats. Tisha spoke out about the heartbreaking truth. Her interview came as a complete surprise. She hadn't been as vocal as Marsau in the media, and many thought she might just let the storm pass without saying much. However, in her exclusive sit-down with a talk show host, she finally addressed the elephant in the room. In an emotional conversation, Tisha opened up about the pain she was feeling. She didn't mince words, telling the interviewer, "To hear these things about my husband, to have my own trust shattered, it's devastating," she said, holding back tears. But what truly shocked viewers was what she said next. "I can't stand here and pretend like everything is fine. The truth is, we've been struggling for a while now," Tisha explained. She revealed that the rumors about Marsau weren't the first signs of trouble in their marriage. For months, they had been dealing with issues behind closed doors. While they had tried to keep things private, it had become harder and harder to maintain the facade. Tisha admitted that the infidelity rumors were just the tip of the iceberg and that there had been other personal issues in their relationship that had been slowly eroding their bond. Is this the breaking point for Marsau and Tisha's marriage, or is it just another chapter in their ongoing drama? Fans couldn't help but feel sympathy for Tisha. Her emotional vulnerability in the interview showed just how much she had been hurting. But at the same time, there was a sense of disbelief. Was Tisha now trying to gain public sympathy after everything that had happened, or was this her way of giving her side of the story without completely throwing Marsau under the bus? Either way, her revelation sent shockwaves through social media, with fans rallying around her, offering support and encouragement. Some even questioned whether this was the beginning of the end for their marriage.